What's up, YouTube? Rob here, bringing you some more Detroit Become Human. Hope you guys are having a great day so far. We are picking things up right where we left off last episode. We're going to start this one off with completing the chapter Capital Park, which we started the very end of the last episode. So we are going to basically change Capital Park and do some stuff. Wait a second. Let's just be pacifist as much as we possibly can, so let's just hack instead of destroy things. So we see the meter right there, 53-47 for pacifist over violent. We're going to come back to that statue after. So let's just move the cars onto the road. There we go, push the car there. But as usual, hope you guys enjoyed this episode and that you're enjoying this series. We are going to be pretty much doing a lot in this episode. I'm not going to talk too much, so we'll be wrapping up this chapter. We're going to do the next 3 after this, and then next episode, episode 10, should be the final episode of the series, or at least my first playthrough of it. I might do it again down the road, doing different choices and stuff. Let's choose. Ooh, we get to choose a symbol. Let's go triangle. The triangle thing looks kind of cool. So 60-40 in favor of pacifists. So we're doing good right now. Hack or break. Let's hack it. We're going to talk for a little bit more here, so I'm going to share my thoughts on what's been going on up to this point. And then during the rest of the chapters, we're not really going to talk at all. So let's tag this car. But again, next episode, if all goes according to plan, will be the final episode of the series. And there's going to be other stuff that will be starting in the meantime. I think out of all the choices I've made in this game so far, I think we might get the better ending, or at least one of the better endings, hopefully. I know we lost Simon an episode or 2 ago, but not fast enough to save him there with that quick time event, unfortunately. Let's tag this car. Alright, so we're at 100% pacifist. We're going to go back to this statue. This might be the last thing we need to do. Yep. Let's climb up here. But now all these decisions that like either Car, Markus, or Connor have been making up to this point are all somewhat bringing them together with this whole revolution that's now going on. Connor's not on the best side of Amanda, but he's doing what he can. We'll see Connor again a little bit later in this video. So we finished tagging Capital Park. I think we're going to be making a speech to the people, or I'm calling them people, but to the androids, whatever. Oh, there's a little thing there.
Violence is the only language humans understand.
No, I don't want to burn anything. Let's refuse the Molotov. We're not going to set fire to stuff right now. She didn't like that, but that's okay. Let's climb up here, plant the flag. Once dialogue chimes in a bit more, we're going to stop talking. We're just going to enjoy the rest of this episode. Let's put our flag there with the symbol we picked a little while ago. I do think I'm actually going to chime out now. I do hope you guys enjoyed this episode, as I said before, and that you're excited for the rest of these chapters. And as usual, if you guys enjoyed, be sure to leave a like, comment, share, subscribe, and all that fun stuff. And we will see everybody next time.
We freed hundreds of our people. We did it.
They're coming. Everyone fall back to Jericho.
We sent a message without violence, just like you wanted. You're reaching out to them when all they feel for us is contempt. I hope you know what you're doing.
You can't fight violence with violence.
Unless there's no other choice.
North! North. You alright? What happened? North!
They killed them. They slaughtered them like animals.
Who did? Who?
They killed our people, Markus.
We want justice, Markus.
They have to pay.
You don't have to do this. No. Please. Please. An eye for an eye and the world goes blind. We won't punish a crime with another crime.
We interrupt this broadcast with breaking news.
This just in. At exactly 2 a.m., several CyberLife stores in Detroit were raided.
Different locations were hit in what seems to be a coordinated terrorist attack.
Most shop windows were covered with graffiti demanding rights for androids and other obscure slogans.
Police report that pro-android graffiti was found in the neighborhoods of CyberLife stores, and they're still investigating.
2 policemen were found in a state of shock near one of the CyberLife stores.
Now, according to our sources, they confirmed that the attackers were a group of androids.
This is an alarming situation. Could our machines now be turning against us?
Have androids become a threat to our security?
Is this the beginning of a terrorist campaign conducted right here in the United States?
Is everything okay, Lieutenant?
Chris was on patrol last night. He was attacked by a bunch of deviants. He said he was saved by Markus himself.
Was Chris okay?
Yeah, he's in shock, but he's alive. What the hell?
I have a bad feeling, Lieutenant. We shouldn't have come here.
Bad feeling, huh? Should get your program checked. Might be a glitch. Hi. I'm Lieutenant Hank Anderson, Detroit Police Department. I'm here to see Mr. Elijah KAMSKI.
Please, come in.
Okay.
I'll let Elijah know you're here, but please make yourself comfortable.
Nice girl.
You're right. She's really pretty.
Nice place. Guess androids haven't been a bad thing for everybody. So you're about to meet your maker, Connor. How's it feel?
It doesn't raise any existential questions, if that's what you mean.
Sometimes I wish I could meet my creator face to face. I'd have a couple of things I'd want to tell him.
Amanda.
Elijah will see you now.
Mr. KAMSKI?
Just a moment, please.
I'm Lieutenant Anderson. This is Connor.
What can I do for you, Lieutenant?
Sir, we're investigating deviants. I know you left CyberLife years ago, but I was hoping you'd be able to tell us something we don't know.
Deviants. Fascinating, aren't they? Perfect beings with infinite intelligence, and now they have free will. Machines are so superior to us. Confrontation was inevitable. Humanity's greatest achievement threatens to be its downfall. Isn't it ironic?
We need to understand how androids become deviants. Do you know anything that could help us?
All ideas of viruses that spread like epidemics. Is the desire to be free a contagious disease?
Listen, I didn't come here to talk philosophy. The machines you created may be planning a revolution. Either you can tell us something that'll be helpful, or we will be on our way.
What about you, Connor? Whose side are you on?
I have no side. I was designed to stop deviance, and that's what I intend to do.
Well, that's what you're programmed to say. But you... what do you really want?
I don't want anything. I am a machine.
Chloe? I'm sure you're familiar with the Turing test. Mere formality. Simple question of algorithms and computing capacity. What interests me is whether machines are capable of empathy. I call it the KAMSKI test. It's very simple, you'll see. Magnificent, isn't it? One of the first intelligent models developed by CyberLife. Young and beautiful forever. A flower that will never wither. But what is it really? A piece of plastic imitating a human? Or a living being with a soul? It's up to you to answer that fascinating question, Connor. Destroy this machine, and I'll tell you all I know. Or spare it, if you feel it's alive. But you'll leave here without having learned anything from me.
Okay, I think we're done here. Come on, Connor, let's go. Sorry to get you out of here.
What's more important to you, Connor? Your investigation, or the life of this android? Decide who you are. An obedient machine. Or a living being, endowed with free will.
That's enough. Connor, we're leaving.
Pull the trigger.
Connor! Don't!
And I'll tell you what you want to know.
Fuck!
Test negative. You choose your investigation of the life of another android, you feel no empathy. I'm a man of my word. Ask one question, and I'll tell you all I know.
I want to know where Jericho is.
Jericho. A place where androids are free. A place for deviants who rise up against their creators. They transmit a piece of code to each other in order to find their sanctuary. Now you have the key. Ferndale Station is the door. A war is coming. You'll have to choose your side. Will you betray your own people, or stand against your creators? I wouldn't like to be in your shoes, Connor. What could be worse than having to choose between two evils? By the way, I always leave an emergency exit in my programs. You never know.
You shot that girl, for fuck's sake.
It wasn't a girl, Lieutenant. It was a machine that looked like a girl.
You put your gun against her head, and you blew her fucking brains out!
I did what I had to do to advance the investigation, and I'd do it again if I had to.
You're a lowlife. You don't feel a thing, do you? A machine, that's what you are. You're just a fucking machine!
Of course I'm a machine, Lieutenant. What did you think I was?
I thought you...
I was wondering where you were.
I just needed to be alone.
I like it here. I come here often. It's like being alone with the world. We freed hundreds of our people, and they're still coming from all over the city. Those who dream of freedom come to Jericho. Something's changing. You seem preoccupied.
They all obey me. They follow me without question. And that much power feels good. And scary at the same time.
All the media are talking about what we did last night. The humans are terrified. They're afraid of a civil war. Many of our people were burned in response to what happened. The humans hate us. They'll never give us our freedom.
No, not all humans are the same. Some of them understand that they can't stop us from becoming free forever.
You haven't said much about yourself since you've been with us. What was your life like before Jericho?
I was caring for an old man. He was like a father to me. He showed me that humans and androids can live together. What about you? You never told me about your past. What did you do before?
I don't want to talk about it.
That android you were looking at in the store. She reminded you of who you were, didn't she? North, we're fighting together. We have to know things about each other to trust each other.
I was nothing. A doll in a distributor program to satisfy humans. Just a toy designed for their pleasure. One day I was with a man who rented me. And without knowing why, I realized I couldn't take it anymore. I strangled him and I ran away. There, now you know everything. I shouldn't have told you. I saw your memories. Carl's house, when they left you for dead in his studio.
I saw your memories too. The Eden Club, the death of that man. I felt like I was there with you. North.
This is suicide. We'll all be killed. Please, Marcus. It's not too late to change your mind.
You don't understand. We're finally gonna show them who we really are. This place will go down in history.
We'll be killed on the spot.
That's a risk I'm prepared to take if it means freedom for our people.
Marcus, please don't do this.
They'll understand. We'll make them understand. This is the only way.
There are androids here who could join us. The more we are, the stronger our message.
You're free. Come with us.
CyberLife is recording. I mean, they could be spying on us.
You're awake now.
Finally. I've been on hold for like 10 minutes.
You're free now.
Hey! Where do you think you're going? You get back here!
You're free. I need to block the street.
Hi.
You're free.
back here, immediately! Greg!
Hey! Disperse! Disperse immediately! That's an order! Jesus Christ. Jesus fucking Christ! Dispatch, this is Patrol 457. I got a lot of androids down here. I don't know, hundreds, thousands. They're marching. Yeah, they're marching down the street. We are. I know. Freedom. Get back to freedom. Freedom. Set us free. Set us free. We are people. We are people. Destroy the systems. Liberty for androids. Liberty for androids. No more slavery. No more slavery. Set us free. Set us free. Set us free. We are people. We are people.
And tell humans that we are living beings. All we want is to live free.
This is an illegal gathering. Disperse immediately, or we will open fire.
We're not looking for confrontation. We've done no harm. We have no intention of doing any. But know that we are not going anywhere until we have secured our freedom.
I repeat, this is an illegal gathering. If you do not disperse immediately, we will shoot.
Markus, they're gonna kill us. We have to attack. There's more of us. We can take them.
If we attack, we'll start a war. We have to show them we're not violent. We should just stand our ground, even if it means dying here.
This is your last chance. Disperse immediately, or you will all be killed.
Don't do it, Marcus. Don't choose confrontation.
Follow me!
After what happened today, the country is on the verge of a civil war. The machines are rising up against their masters. Humans have no choice but to destroy them.
KAMSKI told me how to find Jericho. I know where the deviants are hiding.
You've done very well, Connor. Thanks to you, we now have a chance to stop the deviant revolution.
I saw a photo of Amanda at KAMSKI's place. She was his teacher.
When KAMSKI designed me, he wanted an interface that would look familiar. That's why he chose his former mentor. What are you getting at?
Why did KAMSKI leave CyberLife? What happened?
It's an old story, Connor. It doesn't pertain to your investigation.
You didn't tell me everything you know about deviants, did you?
I expect you to find answers, Connor. Not ask questions. Have you experienced anything unusual recently? Any doubts or conflicts? Do you feel anything for these deviants? Or for Lieutenant Anderson?
I'm beginning to have thoughts that are not part of my program. Maybe I've been compromised too.
You're off the case. The FBI is... You don't get it. This isn't just another investigation. It's a fucking civil war. It's out of our hands now. We're talking about national security here.
Fuck that. You can't just pull the plug now, not when we're so close.
You're always saying you can't stand androids. Jesus, Hank, make up your mind. I thought you'd be happy about this.
We're about to crack the case. I know we can solve it. For God's sake, Jeffrey, can't you back me up this one time?
There's nothing I can do. You're back on homicide, and the android returns to CyberLife. I'm sorry, Hank, but it's over.
I know we could have done it.
I get my orders from CyberLife. My mission hasn't changed.
So what are you gonna do?
I'm gonna use the key that KAMSKI gave me. And find Jericho.
What if we're on the wrong side? What if we're fighting against people that just want to be free?
If that's the case, I'll find out when I get to Jericho.
When I was hanging off the roof back at the urban farm, you let that deviant go in order to help me. You put my life above the mission. You showed empathy, Connor. And empathy's a human emotion.
You're wrong, Lieutenant. It was logic that determined my decisions, nothing more. I'm not programmed to say things like this, but I really appreciated working with you. With a little more time, who knows? We might have even become friends.
You're gonna have to choose your side, Connor. Deciding who you are can be the hardest thing. Watch your back.